I hope that you are all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here today to talk about books. And our book today is Missing Clarissa by Ripley Jones. And it's a YA mystery. If you like mysteries from the past, you'll want to check this one out. Cameron and Blair need to come up with a project for their journalism class. And they need it to be amazing. If they choose wisely, their project could raise their college applications to a different level, a level that may get them into the Ivy League. The city that they live in has one unsolved crime. In August of 1999, cheerleader Clarissa Campbell disappeared from a party in the woods and was never seen again. Cameron and Blair are going to create a true crime podcast around this unsolved crime. They'll interview those who knew Clarissa and investigate the crime themselves. But as they investigate, they learn that their small town has a lot of secrets, including the fact that Clarissa's relationship with her boyfriend may not have been all that people thought it was. And what about Clarissa's art teacher? Was he involved in relationships with his students? Are Cameron and Blair about to solve this crime, or are they going to get in over their heads? Missing Clarissa will keep you interested and reading until the end. And what are some other books to read for a similar experience? There is no shortage of YA mysteries where characters are creating podcasts. So let's take a look at some of them that are done really well. We'll start with the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, including A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Good Girl, Bad Blood, and As Good as Dead. I've got Good Girl, Bad Blood here. It's the second book in the series. And this is a great series if you like YA mysteries. It starts with Pip investigating a crime that took place 5 years before. Everyone believes that Sal killed his girlfriend, Andy, and then killed himself. But Pip is not convinced. As her senior project, she investigates Andy's disappearance. She also uncovers secrets that residents of the town would like to keep secret. As the series continues, Pip looks for a friend's missing brother and eventually circles back to the original case, which just might put Pip's life in jeopardy. I've mentioned this series before, and it is so good. If you like a mystery series where the characters are challenged and face moral dilemmas, this just might be the series for you. We've talked about this next book recently, so I'll link the video for that one below, and it's A Long Stretch of Bad Days by Mindy McGinnis. It involves two high school students, Lydia and Bristol. Because of an administrative error, they are both one history credit short of the requirements for graduation. The school has made accommodations for them. They can create a project to fulfill that history credit. Lydia has a podcast that she creates. She's going to create some episodes exploring the history of her small town, Henley, for the project. Bristol has no idea what she's going to do. And she's pretty much resigned herself to the fact that she is not going to be graduating in the spring and she'll be spending another year in high school. Lydia and Bristol are not friends. Their families are both long-term residents of Henley. But they are from different neighborhoods and therefore they are perceived differently by others in town. Bristol's family is poor. In fact, if she does graduate, she will be the first person in her family to graduate from high school. Realizing how unfair the situation is, Lydia offers Bristol the opportunity to work with her on the podcast so she can fulfill that history credit and graduate. They devote their episodes to the period of time known as the long stretch of bad days. 3 days in June of 1994, in which the city experienced a number of tragedies, including a tornado, a flood, and a murder. Because of the tragedies that followed, the murder has gone unsolved all of these years. Their investigation also uncovers another tragedy. An almost 18-year-old young woman, Denise Halverson, disappeared shortly before the tornado. She was the foster daughter of a couple in town, and by the time they reported her disappearance, her birthday had passed and she had become an 18-year-old. And so she was an adult. And it appeared that she just acted on her threats to leave. Lydia and Bristol set their sights on solving the murder and the disappearance, and exposing their city's habit of ignoring the wrongs committed against the poor and outsiders not from their community. Last year, I read The Initial Insult by this author, and I'm pretty much ready to read anything she writes. Next is She's Gone by David Bell. This last book is a twist on the theme for the day. Our main character, Hunter, is investigating the death of his girlfriend in an accident. A death that it seems everyone is trying to blame on him. But he's not creating a podcast. Instead, one of his friends is creating a documentary about it. Hunter wakes up in a hospital to find that he was in an accident with his girlfriend, Chloe. He learns that Chloe died in that accident. Hunter has no recollections of the events right before that accident or of the accident itself. This doesn't sit well with others. Even his friends have questions about that night, and Hunter's beginning to question himself. First, Chloe confided in a friend that she had something she needed to tell Hunter, and she was afraid of how he was going to react to it. Second, Hunter sees a photo of himself and Chloe at the party they were at, and neither of them looks happy. And third, he's been told by others who attended the party that he and Chloe had been arguing when they left. When Hunter learns that one of his friends is making a true crime documentary about Chloe's death, Hunter feels betrayed. Even his favorite teacher is avoiding him. None of this is happy news, and the situation is about to get worse. When the community holds a vigil to honor Chloe and help everyone heal, Chloe's mom publicly accuses Hunter of purposely killing Chloe. She wants the police to take him into custody and question him. Soon after, the police come around and they are asking questions. But try as he might, Hunter cannot make himself remember. But if he does remember, will he be able to put all of the ugliness behind? And there we are. I hope you enjoyed this last April video. And in case you're wondering about my readathon, I did complete the 4 books for my career, and I'm still reading books for the quests. The good thing about the quest is that we can take as long as we want to actually finish it, and the way it's set up, you make choices, and depending upon the choices, that determines how many books that you need to read. So you can end up reading anywhere from 6 to 13 books. And I've already read 6 books, and I need to read at least 1 or 2 more. But it's been fun so far. I'm at 12 books for the month and 3,754 pages, so it's been a good reading month. Thanks so much for joining me here. I'll be back very soon when we will discover what I am reading in May. I hope that you will join me then, and until then, I hope that you enjoy all that you do and all that you read. And thank you!